Guys, so my mom and I were talking about how easy it is to talk overseas with just a touch of a button. For example, my grandmother, she's trying to make notes on her tablet slash iPad, whatever, and she gets confused because by the touch of a button, she just can talk to whoever she pleases. Yet she has problems trying to find out like in her memory, using her memory, how to do certain things. So I say it's funny because back in her day, in her parents' days, and her or my great great grandparents, which wasn't too long ago, they would, if they wanted to talk to somebody overseas, they would have to build a boat, write instructions down on a pen made from a feather with ink that they made, and would have to ask for instructions. They would write the instructions with their little pen on a piece of paper that they made from a tree. They made everything. Their clothes, the cotton, everything was they made it. They didn't, just go to the store and buy it. They didn't have cars back then. So they write the instructions down on a boat, and they take off on a boat that they made overseas to cross the country to see their cousins from God knows when. And then they would go to the next town, and it's not like people were bad, and it's not like people are bad today either. Much hasn't changed, but yet everything has changed. They didn't have a YMCA or pay less and a gas station on every corner like we do. They would ask somebody that knew somebody, and then they would go overseas and then ask the next people when they got there how to get there, and they didn't have Google Maps. So if they wanted to get to Garcia's house, they would have to ask somebody from Tracy's Barbecue that just got off the boat and they would tell them to go to the next town. And at the next town, when you get from Tracy's Barbecue to Emily's dry cleaning, you end up going to Marcus's garage, and then he would tell you to go to Tony's and then head west till you hit the first street. That first street, because there wasn't many streets you could turn on, that first main street, you turn left, and then you're there, and you ask whoever knows anybody, and everybody would know everybody that you're going to go meet. It wasn't like, you get lost and, Google would be at fault. People got around that way. And if they wanted to start a new life, they would bring everything they had in a backpack. I carry a backpack, and I travel to and from on a weekly, sometimes on a monthly, or what have you. And the things I carry, as much as I can, is clothes, maybe some food, money, things. My phone, chargers, etc. Things to keep me thriving while I'm gone. So how the heck did they make it out in the real world when, things were much different, less accessible? And then we come back to my grandma using this tablet, and I try to advise her to, if she doesn't know something, write it down. But there is no paper or pen around. So I say, hey, record what you're saying, and you could refer it to whatever you're going to be using it for later. So she doesn't get the concept of recording because she's 80 some odd years old, and it's just hilarious because if she go to record something, she hits the button like 10 times, doom, 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 and ends up taking pictures rather than recording. And she's like, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? And we get a good kick out of that. But, it's all good and fun because, we love her. I guess my point is, today in day and age, we have so much access and freedom that we forget to cross borders. Take the next step, go on to the next level, because it's there right in front of your face. And what I'm asking is, why? Why do we the things we do? Why do we do the things we do? Is it human nature? I think so. Anyways, they didn't have what we had. And And I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, serve your people, serve your country the best you can, because, you know, we're only here for so long. YOLO, you know, we only live once. Looks like a Nike check, kind of, right? And make people happy, because it affects others greatly. You know, misery loves company kind of thing. Yes, it does. So don't be miserable, so that way it can come back to you. I don't know. I'm not a philosopher or anything, but I can be if I really put my mind into it. But I'm not. This is just a video that I'm trying to explain how technology has changed life in general. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'm not getting paid for this. I do it for y'all because I love you. Peace. Have a great day, and God bless.